Okay, to continue with the hand, as we've said right here, as we have done, is we've established the thumb right in here, and we're cutting away at the middle part, just like that, in other words, of the hand. Kind of round it off just a little bit in there. And I like to kind of loop a little bit in here, so to give the hand, oops, come from this side, so to give the hand a little, like that, in other words. Take a little bit more off, especially in this area where the fingers are going to be. When you get in this area, you kind of be kind of careful as you're working with it. Bring that a little bit more in there. Bring that thumb back. And I'm going to bring a little bit more down that way. Now you see that? See what we're talking about here? Now, we can bring that thumb, can distinguish it just a little bit more. If you want to, just like that. And let's round that thumb off just a little bit. And here. I'm trying to do this as easy and simple as it can be for you, to show you, but you see, bring those fingers down to kind of a, there you go. Now, as you can see, we're kind of scooping that out in there. Okay, now what I do, once I have my hand, whoop, there we go, hit a light. Once I have my hand sort of the way I want it, I'm going to take and I'm going to put my finger lines right in here. Now I've got to have 4 fingers. Remember, I remember one time I carved when I only had 3 fingers, and I didn't even realize it. Sometimes you get ahead of yourself. And what I do is I take my V-tool and I come in here see? Just like that. And then I go to the inside of it, and I'll make my cuts also. Now you can also do this with a knife. You can separate this with a knife. Just like that. Whoop. Now you see what I did? I broke that finger. That's why I use the V-tool. I was going to show you how I did it with a knife, and so what I can do is just, by doing that, what you can do, you just know you're not ruined, you just bring these other fingers down just a little bit. That's all. So even when you've been doing this a long time, it can happen very, very easily. Come a little bit more with those fingers like that, in other words. And you see, you can, you know, that's why I like to use a V-tool, because when you get to those areas of the fingers, especially on the ends here, they get awful thin in there. But no need to worry. It's not the end of the world. Okay, and then I'm going to cut a little bit away from this right here. But always remember, when you get to the ends of those fingers, be very, very careful. Those are some weak areas in there. But you get the general idea, in other words. Now, I kind of broke that off a little too short, and I'd have to start over on that hand. But you have the general idea. And like I said, I've just taught you a good lesson. When you get, I wanted to show you you can use your knife, and you can, but you're going to have to be real careful on the pressure that you apply to that area, because it's very, very fragile in that area. But you see, and I'm going to kind of come back down like this. But you see the general shape of what you have here on the hand itself, in other words. And like I said, when you get into this area in here, be very, very careful. In fact, hold your now. There we go. And there you are. There's your hand. I'll take my V-tool and kind of go around the thumb a little bit. If you want to put a little nail on that thumb, you can do that by just simply, I just V-cut it or just sort of scoop it right in here. Put that little nail on that